Ma'am, shall we begin?
Yes, ma'am.
You're all ready, ma'am? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, we are ready, ma'am.
Yeah. Soumya has joined us.
Yes, this is Soumya, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll begin. Good afternoon, one and all. A warm greetings from RBVRR Women's College. Myself, Dr. B. Anupama, Coordinator IQAC, extends a warm welcome to today's speakers, Dr. R. Subha, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Kaveri College, and Dr. S. Soumya, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Kaveri College, and all other participants to this interaction session on ignition of startup culture among budding entrepreneurs, organized by IQAC of RPVRR Women's College. I thank our management members and principal, Dr. J. Achita Devi, for their encouragement to organize this event. Startup India is an initiative of the Government of India. This aims at fostering entrepreneurship and promoting innovation by creating an ecosystem which causes growth of startups. This event will provide a lot of inputs about startups for budding entrepreneurs. Now I invite Ms. Harita, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics and member IQAC to introduce today's speaker, Dr. S. Soumya from Kaveri College.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to one and all. I, D. Harita, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics and Statistics, RBVRR Women's College, and member IQAC, take it as a privilege to introduce resource person of this session, Dr. S. Soumya, ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Kaveri College for Women, Tirchi. Madam is an Innovation Ambassador, EDII Trainer, IIC Convener, Entrepreneurship Development Cell Coordinator of Kaveri College. Madam has a teaching experience of 10 years at Kaveri College for Women. She is also a coordinator for entrepreneurship courses provided by Vadvani Foundation and Tamil Nadu Open University. Madam is appointed as an Entrepreneurship Development Cell Coordinator at Kaveri College and organized various events like coordinating the Student Incubation Center, mentoring student campus company, mentoring students in loan disbursement activities for student startups, mentor for student product ventures, to name few. Madam is also acted as a resource person for various events like jury member for 22 milestone presentations of project ventures by Vadvani Foundation. She is also a resource person at Jamal College, Tirchi for addressing on entrepreneurship awareness, St. Joseph College, Tirchi for organizing a workshop on personality development. And Madam also addressed on entrepreneurship development opportunities for women sector at Holy Cross College, Tirchi. Madam also attended various faculty development programs in the area of entrepreneurship. Madam organized a DST-sponsored program, WEDP, for science graduates during the year 2021. Madam has a research experience in this branch and she published 9 articles in various impact factor journals. She also presented 6 papers at various colleges. Under her guidance, 18 MCOM students and 12 MPhil students completed their projects. Madam also guided 16 MCOM students and 2 MPhil students during 2 academic years. Madam participated in many research and entrepreneurship workshops and seminars organized by various industries, universities, and institutions. She also chaired as a resource person for entrepreneurship programs in various colleges. And she acted as a JCI coordinator in Kaveri College for Women for 3 years. She's an EDC coordinator from 2011 till date. And she worked in order to achieve Best Institutional Award by JCI in the year 2016. Madam is also involved in various outreach activities. To name few, she organized a summer camp for Icon Kids Summer Fest at Shakuntala School, Tirchi. And she also acted as a guest lecturer in e-commerce for 11th standard student for St. Joseph College. Madam is working with a motive to attain higher level entrepreneurial competencies to create awareness among the budding entrepreneurs and build an entrepreneurial ecosystem within the campus. With this brief introduction, I welcome Madam to take over this session.
Thank you, Harita.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now I invite Ms. Salma Begum, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and member IQAC to introduce today's second resource person, Dr. R. Shubha from Kaveri College.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to everyone. Myself, Salma Begum, Assistant Professor from Department of Computer Science and a member IQAC, takes this privilege to introduce today's speaker, Dr. R. Shubha. I'm so sorry. Let me just introduce our today's speaker, Dr. B. Shubha, Assistant Professor from Department of Chemistry, Kaveri College for Women, Annamalai Nagar, the Trichy. Ma'am has qualified BSc in 2003 from PSGR Krishnamaya College for Women, Bharatiya University, and MSc in 2005 from the same college and the university, and completed his PhD in 2011 from Bharatiya University, Coimbatore. Ma'am has worked as assistant professor in Oxford Engineering College, Trichy in 2011, and with Karpagam Institute of Technology for in 2013, and in 2018, ma'am, since 2018, ma'am is working as an assistant professor in Department of Chemistry in Kaveri College for Women, Trichy till date. Ma'am has specialization in anode chemistry, colloids, and surface photocatalyst, and ma'am has published more than 11 publications in international or national journals. Ma'am is awarded a supervisor from Anna University, Karpagam University, and Bharatiyasan University for guiding the PhD scholars. And ma'am has presented more than 15 papers in the international conference and seminars, and ma'am has chaired sessions as a resource person in the seminar Career Inclined Towards Technology Innovation in 2001, and in 2018 Recent Trends in Water Treatment and Its Applications by Nehru Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. In 2020, Scope of Nanomaterial in Water Crisis by Nehru Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. In December 2021, in Innovation and Entrepreneurship seminar, Valluri College of Arts and Science in 2020-22, in Technology Innovation in Water seminar by Kaveri College for Women. Ma'am has held many administrative positions in the Kaveri College as ED cell coordinator since 2018 till date, and IIC coordinator since January 2020 till date, and ARIIA nodal officer from January 2022 till date, and NISP nodal officer since December 2022 till date, and Smart India Hackathon's SPOC officer since March 2022 till date, and Kapila nodal officer from March 2022 till date. As an ED cell coordinator, ma'am has performed as a coordinating the students incubation center, mentoring the student campus companies, mentoring students in loan disbursement activities for student startup, mentor for student project ventures, entrepreneurship course mentors, organizing various entrepreneur training programs and seminars for students in the campus from 2011 till date, institutions, innovation ambassadors, and EDII trainer in entrepreneurship. With this brief description, now I welcome ma'am to please take over the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Salma. Now I request Dr. S. Bhumya to take over the session.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible to you? Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Can I share the screen, ma'am?
I made you as co-host. You can.
Yes. Ma'am, can you permit me to share my screen? Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are co-host, ma'am. You can share the screen.
Okay. It shows like the host has disabled the participant screen sharing. 1 minute. Um, yes. Can you see my screen, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so first, at this juncture, like I would really thank our Madam Principal, Dr. Mrs. V. Sujata. Like all our success is because of her. So she's the one who keeps on motivating us. So I thank her for giving us wonderful opportunities in developing this entrepreneurship, which is our passion. So me and Shubha ma'am, we really work in a very passionate way towards the spreading of entrepreneurship among students. Next, I would like to thank the college, Raja Bahadur Venkatrama Reddy Women's College, Hyderabad, for giving us an opportunity again. This is actually wonderful because we love talking, to students in gearing up the startup culture and how they can become inclined with entrepreneurship. So thanks a lot, ma'am, Anupama ma'am, and all the IQAC coordinators here, and also the institution innovation coordinators who really work in developing all these skills, which is very much essential for today's generation. So thanks a lot, ma'am, for giving us this opportunity here. Yes. Can any one student let me know whether I'm very clear or is any problem in my network? Any student? I don't want the coordinators. So I want any one student to interact with me. Yes?
There's no disturbance, ma'am. It's clear.
Okay. Ma'am, can I interact with the students here? Or can they post in the chat box maybe?
Yes, ma'am. You can directly interrupt or you can ask them to post in chat box also.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. So first 2-3 slides, because this hour, I call it as a dark hour because all of us are after lunch. So I think most of us will be in a very discomfort feel. So the first 3 slides, I just want you all to, I want to grab your attention. So in that case, it's going to be an ice-breaking session where I want many answers from you just to know whether you all are a bit aware of yourself first, because knowing about entrepreneurship, knowing about startup, it's like a subject where anyone can have an awareness on it. But analyzing whether I am ready to take up this, this culture. So first we should know what are the capacities that I have individually. So that is very essential, being an entrepreneur. It may be a student, it may be a faculty, it may be any individual. First, we should analyze ourselves and know what we are good at, because your entrepreneurship career will have that skill. Whatever we are good at, that will be, giving maximum, contribution towards your success. So that's why I've kept the first slide here, which says, who am I? So first, you can bring a lot of adjectives. Okay. Since it is a Zoom meet, I didn't bring the slido.com. Otherwise, I would have shared you one website, which would be comfortable in Google. So now it's not a problem. Just use the chat box. Anyone can participate. I need at least a minimum of 5 responses at least. Who am I? It may be an adjective. So I am this person. I am a lovable person. I am a caring person. I am a hardworking person. So don't use my examples. I want more answers. Analyze yourself for just few seconds, and you can post your answers in the chat box. Yes, participants. So can anyone start? Who am I? Yes, and anybody? Anyone can start from, you can just post in your answers in the chat box. There are so many students here. Yes, Bhargavi is there, Sushma is there, Renuka, Satvika. Can I get some answers from you? Yes, somebody has. I am a student exploring all my possibilities for bright future ahead. Well done, Kirtana. Very good. That's wonderful, actually. You're thinking way beyond. So surely you will have a very good, a talent that will really take you heights. All the best for your future, Kirtana. Can I have somebody else also giving some answers? Anybody else? Followed by Kirtana. At least 5 responses quickly, so that we can move on to the next slide. Yes. Anybody else? Anybody?
Vishmita.
Okay. That's okay. So if you are very shy to give in your answers, no problem. You take a diary or take a paper, and you just analyze yourself and realize what you have, what talents you have. Okay. Being women category also, we are actually, and we have a lot of strength in us to do a lot of jobs at one particular time. So we have a lot of opportunities. Yes, Brishmita is there. Again, I'm a student exploring nature to live the life. Very good. So I think you are very much concerned about your environment as such. So you can get involved in a lot of, solving problems, environmental issues. So that can be done, Grishmita. Very good. Your way of thinking is also quite different, which is very essential to become an entrepreneur, actually. So thanks a lot, Grishmita and Kirtana. Yes. So we'll move on. I can see one more message. No, right. So I'll close the chat box. Right. So this is a small homework that you should do. And like every day, you just bring out some adjective about yourself. Okay. It would be nice, to know about yourself first. Always what do we do is we talk about others. Look at that girl is like this girl is like this. We spend most of our time in commenting on others' character rather than analyzing what we are. Right? So this is the first thing we should do. The second one, yes. Now here, after your final year, obviously many of us or many of you all would like to choose a job, right? We talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about startup culture, but still many parents and even y'all feel that getting into a job is very much, safer, and you're secure because every month then you'll get a comfortable salary that will be enough for you. So even if you take in that way also, you should analyze yourself, right? So again, here, I want some answers. other than Grishmita and Kirtana, somebody else can give me this. Why should a company hire you? Now, for example, you're going in for an interview in your campus itself. Okay, if the company should take you in that interview, what is the reason? So the company can hire me because I am good at dash. So you can fill that blank where I'm given. So I want some answers other than Kirtana and Grishmita. Please come out with wonderful answers. You can use the chat box. Okay, it will be nice if you interact. Mutual ways, like we'll be happy, right? So find out one skill that you will be good at in exploring front of the, yes, smart and manage things. Very good. So you have a very good skill, Shireen. Yes, Grishmita, again, I have the skills to build up a good future to your organization. Very good. Then Kirtana, I'm skilled in certain field. And it's right. Okay, always don't use certain field. You can specify that field. Are you skilled in coding, or are you skilled in any particular, robotics, or any particular technical fields or soft skills? It can be any skill. So you should specify your skill. That's why I'm giving this activity. In certain field, no. You should specify in which field you're good at. Okay, solution oriented. So Kirtana, good. Always you should be solution oriented, which is a very important skill becoming an entrepreneur. Even if you're going to have your own business or a startup, you should find solutions, and that is what is going to be your product, right? So that is very, very important. Yes. Anybody else here? Anybody else? Kirtana, Shireen. Yes, Ramya Shri has messaged like, I think I'm skilled, flexible, and adaptive to learning new things. Very good. This is also very important because some people will be very rigid. They won't be flexible to learn from others. They think that they know everything. So always we should be, allowing ourselves to learn from others, which is very important. Very good, Ramya. And even Bhargavi has given like capability of completing given tasks. So very good. So you girls are really rocking. You're giving good answers, responses. So I think you will all, be eligible to become entrepreneurs and start a startup on your own. So further we'll come up. So these are small activities you do once you get up, every morning. You just think, what am I going to do today? What kind of, how you're going to look at things from the time you get up and you go to your college or you go to somebody's house. On the way, you find a lot of problems going on. There will be an accident. There will be, garbage thrown all the way. So you should look around yourself, what's happening. So that is the way how an entrepreneur looks at. So this is what I just want to get some answers from you. Very good. Yes, the next, okay. So far we spoke about our own selves, right? Our own individual self. So now getting into the topic slowly. So I have actually, got the slides for all the questions that always we have in our mind. So in a student point of view, you will have all these questions. So that is the title that I've given, why entrepreneurship now? So I'm studying now. Why should I think about entrepreneurship? I'm going to study, get my job, get some salary and get settled. Why I should get into this entrepreneurship path? You will have that question in you. So why, in the sense, the difference between becoming an entrepreneur and getting employed, there are a lot of differences. When you get employed, you will be very stubborn only to do the things what the boss wants you to do, right? You will not do any work beyond that. You will only do the given work. So that's not going to improve your profile, or you're not going to learn new things. Nothing is going to happen. And you will not be, enriching yourself. You will just be as you are. Now, the skills that I've mentioned in the slide, which is visionary skill, always an entrepreneur will think about the vision. They will have a vision. Like, for example, every one of us will have a vision that we have to settle with a big house with, wonderful facilities, and you should have a wow life like that. So that is a visionary like that. Every entrepreneur will have a vision to solve the problems of certain customers, right? And also they will also relate to the social benefits. So what is going to, is my product going to benefit the society, right? That should be there. Problem solving skills, innovativeness, and unique identity. Always when you become an entrepreneur, the town will talk about you, right? If you give employment for a lot of people, there will be somebody talking about you. That's how your uniqueness will increase. When we get employed, nobody is going to talk about us. We're just going to do what the organization wants us to do. That's all. That's the difference. So when you experience that, you will feel it actually. Just by me telling you all this, you will feel I'm just, giving you the knowledge of it. It's not like that. When we experience it, even when you earn a single pie, right, you will feel very happy. Even if you earn a profit of five rupees, you will not spend unnecessarily. You will think in spending your cash. So that's why in our college, we give opportunities for the students to earn when they are learning by keeping stalls, so that when the students earn their money, they will be very careful in spending it. When you get the cash from your parents or from somebody else, you will easily spend it. So that you should experience it when you are in this age, like when you are in a college, you should experience all this. This gives you, it's an eye opener for each and every one of us. And yes. Now, next is why startup? Now, startup is the buzzword here. So Modi ji keeps on saying like the students have to come up with the ideas, and there are a lot of hackathons going on. There are a lot of, innovative competitions going on in schools, colleges. So every college, every institution, we try to compete by giving the best ideas. So why are we doing this? Only for the past 4 years, we are hearing this word startup, entrepreneurship. So all this, we are hearing it now. It was not a practice earlier. Earlier, there were only a few business people who will start their business. That's all. So we will not have any connect with the business entity. The institution will not have any connect. But now, everything a student learns, it's from an industry expertise or from a professional, right? So we invite a lot of patent officers. We invite a lot of industry people to share their experience to the students, because actually India, we have lots of resources, right? We have a very good manpower also. In many countries, the countries will have their number of startups, but the people who are working in there will be, most of them will be Indians, because we Indians, we don't have the culture to start our own business. We only have that ability to do the work what somebody says. So we should come beyond that. Now, still, if we are in the same way, our country will not develop. So we have to change our pattern of lifestyle. You can work for a salary. You should also be an entrepreneur also. So that will really boost up your profile. That will give an identity and all what we discussed now. So why startup? So here I've just gathered some statistical inputs here, which every one of us should know actually. So why we need why we need to know why startup is necessary. So here, India now, as of now, it has about 61,400 startups recognized by the DPIIT, with at least 14,000 recognized only in this year. There are about 14,000 recognized startup, in 21 and 22, especially after the COVID. There are so many startups in the technology field. Now we've got Swiggy, we've got Ola Cabs, we've got Zomato. There are a lot of technology startups, which has come up in between during the year 21-22. And also the survey says, this survey was done with Economic Times, and it also said like there are about 555 districts in India that had at least one new startup. Okay, so in each now if you take Trichy, there are a lot of startups that have emerged now by the students themselves. The students are running a lot of startups now, short startups where they are now seeking for investors. Okay, this is the plight of our country as of now. So only when you have more startups, when you have more entrepreneurs within the country, the economic also will develop. The country will not go in a loss. We will be financially, we'll be very sound. We'll also give employments for our own country people. People will not go out of our country. So everything will be within the country, and the country will keep developing and can also become a developed country. Okay. And India now, it has become the third largest startup ecosystem in the world after US and China. So always we all think of China first rather than US. Now, immediately when we want to buy a toy, when you want to buy a phone, always what it says, when you see the phone, it will be made in Japan or made in China, right? Your made in India will be very few. We always try to opt for their products, but we don't realize why not we buy our own Indian products. Okay, still that has to be analyzed by us. So now India is thriving actually to improve the startup culture here, at least from the graduation period, because students have wonderful ideas, but the thing is none of us use our mind for ideation purpose. We only just see what's happening and we comment on it and we just leave it off. We don't analyze our perception. Perception is whatever you grasp. When you see a thing, you should think what it does. Does it create any new problems, or should we create a solution for it? You should try to analyze something, right? For whatever we are observing. It can be a thing, it can be a situation, it can be a problem. Whatever you're viewing, you should analyze and you should come on a conclusion by discussing within yourself. So here, a record of 44 Indian startups achieved the unicorn status in 2021. Unicorn status is nothing but the technology based startups. They come under the unicorn status. Unicorn is the higher cadre, the higher category of startups. So they will have you will have the awards, right? So the Indian awards like that. So whole of the country, there are about 44 Indian startups which are related to technology that are under the unicorn status in 2021. And they're also taking the overall tally of unicorns in India to 83. So this is what is the status of our country now, as of now. If you also get into a startup, it's not that you cannot get into a job. You can even get into a job and you can have your own startup. But after that, you will love working in your startup. You will obviously come out of your job, right? So just analyze yourself whether you are competent, you are skilled enough to develop your own startup and give some jobs for other people too. You can even team up with your own friends and you can start your own idea-based startup. So why? Now here again, it's a continuation. Now in China, the startup is really booming there. When you take toys, when you take plastic items, everything, they keep on doing different items. Where even YouTubes, when you see, there will be a lot of mini toys and miniature toys, which is first developed, manufactured by Chinese only. After that only, we try to imitate their manufacturing. So this is what is happening. So why not we start that? And why not other countries take up our ideas? So that is what we professors try to, make the students understand. Why not we ideate things and, others can copy our ideas. That's not a problem, but we should be the initiator for bringing up such ideas. So these are some things that I've searched. So again, Chinese startup, they recorded about 131 billion in 2021. So here startups are very, high in China. So this is the main things, this Alibaba and Tencent, they're all the investors who have a high amount of investment in our products, in our Indian, entrepreneurs. I will show that in the next slide. I think TikTok was banned in between because it was a Chinese enterprise, and Indians only watch TikTok more than their government. So they know, Indians, we are really crazy getting into recreation and entertainment facilities, right? So there are a lot of social media, buzzes going on where we tend to, watch everything, and we get each one of us, like everyone use Snapchat. You all are very much, now whenever you dress up, immediately you take a selfie. You do some signs and you post it in social media. You try to get some likes. You're all crazy over it. So these are the, the psychological patterns that they try to change. The business people, what they're doing, right? This is what is happening here. And we don't bother who is starting TikTok and who is doing that Snapchat. We don't analyze about the company. We only, if you like the app, you download it. So always what you should do is, if you like the app, next you just analyze who has created that app. Is it an Indian firm or is it another country firm? So you should analyze like that. And then at least by that, we can give our contribution for the development of our own country. And China is also now, after Alibaba came into the scene, only after that China was very popular in technology, communications and all that. So that is one thing I saw. So these are the companies these are the Indian companies actually, Big Basket. I think y'all will be familiar of, can anyone tell me what are y'all familiar of this, what I've shown you? Any of the companies y'all have utilized to purchase any product? Can anyone share with me? Like, have you used Paytm? Have you used Baiju's app, or Zomato, Snapdeal, Ola, Flipkart, Hike, Swiggy? So these are all known websites, right? These are all known apps that we normally use for our recreation purposes. So Share Chat is there, Ghana Music is there. Have anyone used any of these products? Any participant? Yes. So Kirtana has shared, yes. So there'll be a lot. I think most of you all would have used it. We are very popular in Zomato, Baiju, Ola and all that, right? So these are all the Indian companies, but see who is the investor here. So who is the investor? Can anyone tell me? Who is this Alibaba Group, Tencent, Xiaomi? All these investors are from which country? Chinese, yes. So they're all Chinese investors. What they do is, what is China doing is, they have the maximum investors with them. The angel investors are there. So immediately they will keep on seeing which startup is doing well. Baiju's is really doing well, right? But it is an Indian startup. What happens is, when somebody funds Baiju's, they will do more. But there's no Indian company. There will be Indian companies funding, but they will be funding very little. Now the Chinese have funded more. So Zomato has to listen to Chinese policies also. This is how they take over the Indian startup. Okay. So this is what is happening. So we should know about all these, happenings, and we should give our contribution at least to our country, so that our future generations will have a very good living. Maybe not for us, but the future will be good. They will not be in somebody else's hands. So this is the plight that's happening here. So the sector means what is this company is based on. Okay, this always we know. So you can have this just for your own purpose. Right. Now I said, right, so why entrepreneurship? Why not we go into business? Or, why not we get into a job? So when you get into a job, if I'm drawing a salary of 3,000, every month you will be getting 3,000. The hike may be after a year, they'll give you 10% or 1%, which will be just 300 rupees or something. But when you get into a business, first month you might get a low profit, or you might even get a loss, or there may be no profit, no loss, right? Second month, what will you do? If you get a loss, you'll do something to get a profit, right? So we'll get into some creative ideas, some crazy ideas. We try to boost up our sales, and you try to increase your profit. Now, this is the example that I'm giving here. So if first month I might get 500, then it will go up to 800. So just see the difference. When you are in a job, you'll get the same 3,000. But when you are getting to a business, your money will keep on increasing. So this is the difference, being a startup founder or getting into a job. Just the same thing. I've just given a difference here. So but when you get into business, you'll be very excited. Actually, you will love to do your work because nobody can stop you. It's free for you to think, and your decisions are free. You can take your own decision. So so these are the small differences between becoming an employee and becoming an entrepreneur. So this is a small perception analysis. The first picture you can see, immediately when we see, what do you think? Do you think whether the tumbler is half empty, or will you say it's not full? It depends. In the next picture, can you tell me what is this picture? Can anyone tell me what is this picture that I'm pointing at? The second picture, can anyone tell me? It's a duck. Okay. Can anyone give me a different answer? There's another animal also hidden in that. One is duck, correct? Elephant, no. It's not an elephant. Any other answer? A rabbit. Very good, Grishmita. Actually, it's when you see the rabbit's ears are behind and the rabbit's face is like that. That's the difference of how you perceive things. So you shouldn't think, you shouldn't, perceive the things like what others are thinking. You should see in a different angle, right? So that's why I've just given this slide here, just to, change the way you perceive the things. Normally we all think logically, right? You shouldn't think logically. You should also think in a different angle. And likewise, what is the other picture? What can you see in the next picture? The blue, you can see the sky and all that. What can you see there? Yes, a ship. Very good. So there are a lot of ships there. Anything else other than, yes, a wall. Very good. So it looks like a bridge or something. So that is the difference how you perceive the things. Yes. And the last picture, can anyone tell me what is the last picture? A frog. Very good. Any other animal? Any other animal other than a frog? It's a frog. Yes. Immediately when you see, it's like a frog. Hippopotamus. No. Anything? Any other answer?
Eagle.
Eagle. No. Anything else? Horse. Very good. Grishmita. Very good. So Grishmita has a lot of analytical skills, maybe. Yes, you can also give a lot of ideas to your coordinators. Come up with good startup ideas, Grishmita. Yes, you should think in a different angle. Always when you look at it, it looks like a frog, yes. But what does it look like? You can even get into your own imaginations. How many answers you can bring out in one picture? Okay, that is what is the difference between being a normal.
Is it a horse?
Yes, it's a horse. Correct. Horse as well as it is a frog. The way we look at things should be different. Okay. I think I'm done. Yeah, all these are the normal things that I've discussed to you earlier. Like if you want to start a good business on your own, you should have all these points with you. You should first thing, you should analyze your interest. All this will be taken up with by Shubha ma'am in detail. Okay, so these are the main things that you have to have in you to build up a startup interest. Okay, identify your interest. Recipes. You can start a YouTube channel, a professional YouTube channel, and you can start minting money in that. You can become familiar. You can become popular. You can even have a job with you, and side by side, you can also have your own startup. You can be a counselor. You can be a dietitian. You can. That's why first thing is analyze your interest. What you're good at. Are you good in art? Are you good in drawing, painting, sketching, whatever it can be? But you will have a startup that is related to that. Okay, so this is, I'm not going in detail. This is I don't have time now. I think in a minute I'll wind up. This is a thing about Hyderabad, where Hyderabad stands #1 in startups in technology field. So you can go through, you can Google and search out. There are a lot of startups in technology field in Hyderabad. And these are the main quotes about familiar people here, Abdul Kalam and Tata ji. Like Abdul Kalam says, don't wait for something big to happen. You should start where you are with whatever you have. So these are the quotes that is related to a startup founder. So any startup founder will obviously follow these quotes. So with this, I end up my session. Thanks a lot to the participants. You all are wonderful interacting with me. Thanks a lot. And I also thank the management, the IQAC team, IIC team, the EDC team of the college for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Please, students, make use of your faculties, discuss with them, bring out wonderful ideas, and even make your institution proud, like becoming very good alumni. Have connect with the institution even after you leave the institution, right? That's how you can grow along with your institution. So please, change your way, how you look at things, and have a good future. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful and thought-provoking presentation, ma'am. Thank you so much. So now I invite Dr. R. Shubha to take over the session.
So very good afternoon to all. I think I'm audible to you. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am, you are audible. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to thank our principal, Dr. V. Sujata ma'am, for giving us an opportunity to share our entrepreneurial skills, what we have to among the students, and to promote entrepreneurship among the students to make them a good startup founder or at least an innovator. Right. I would like to thank Dr. J. Ashwita Devi ma'am, principal of Raja Bagadur Venkat Rama Reddy Women's College, principal, and Dr. S. Anupama, program convener and coordinator of IQAC, and other members of IQAC for giving me this opportunity. So let me move on to the session. I think students, you have just got an idea what an entrepreneur is and how you should think laterally not logically. You should not think logically, you should always think laterally. I just come to it, what is it? Okay. So in the beginning stage, actually entrepreneurs are not the one which has been for last 10 years or 20 years. We have early stage entrepreneurs, right? We have lots and lots of business people who have come out very well, as good as successful entrepreneurs, but their idea was like what is necessary in the market. Like they find it out an idea, they just compete with ideas, they seek the mentoring support, they get financially. Now only we have so much of financial assistance, but before they invest their amount and they just started that. That was a thing in the beginning stage of an entrepreneurship. Everybody turned out to be an early stage entrepreneurs. Like we can say even one who's having a mall can be an entrepreneur. Even a one who's having a petty shop can also be called as an entrepreneur, right? There is no difference. But where they really land, what is the difference between and a mall entrepreneur as well as the petty shop entrepreneur? There comes a new term called innovation. Innovation, what is actually innovation is? Before that, we should know some idea about problem solving skills. Okay. So actually in the previous slide, you would have noticed, we would have given you think perceptually, not as if you're logical. You shouldn't think logically, come out of it and think differently. That is what where we are now. You have to define your problem. Think. We are facing lots of problems in day-to-day life. Think about that. Think the one which is required for us in the first primary sequence, which is first required. Example, I'll tell you, we are brushing our tooth every day, mandatory it is, with a tooth bristles, which is made up of polymers. Again, we say that we are not supposed to use plastics. We are supposed to ban plastics. But the basic thing what we use starts with the toothbrush bristles, where it is made up of polymer. Whereas in foreign countries, they started using that neem stick for brushing. But still we follow this. This is one of the problem. I'm just giving you an example. Find out your problem. Okay. What is it actually? What the next step, what you should do? What are the ideas can be implemented to solve that problem? Generate some new ideas. Okay, we need a toothbrush with the bristles, but it should not be like it. We should not go for other alternative where it should harm our teeth. So think in different way that generate some new ideas. What it can be used. What else can we try with this toothbrush bristles? Think over that. And what you should do is second, third stage, you have to implement that, right? The idea you got it. You just try with a single toothbrush with the help of any mentoring support you can take, or even if you find that idea is very good, you can get your mentoring support from industry peoples also. Get their support, evaluate your product, right? Evaluate it, how it is, whether it would stick into the toothbrush or any other method, or there is some any drawbacks in that. Just I'm giving you one example. Think of implement it. Yeah, you can see toothbrushes made up of a bamboo stick. Yes, but what about the bristles? Still we have with polymers. So what you should do? Guess your work. I gave you one example as your toothbrush. There are lots and lots of problems what we face. First, what you should do is guess your work. What can be done into it, act to it, and use some equipment. If you want, you can even draw a design on it, includes drawing. Make a list, make a table of alternatives. That is, okay, I'm giving the problem, I'm identified a problem, I'm giving you X, Y, Z, 3 types of solutions from that. So X solution, does it have any alternative? Y solution, does it have any alternative? Or Z solution, does it have any alternative? Think like that. Okay, implement it and test it out. This is how you can improve your problem solving strategy. So once you have an idea, you passionate your work, okay, I'm going to become as an entrepreneur, or I can say that I'm going to become as a good researcher. A researcher can also be called as an innovator. Yes, so I want to become as a good researcher. Identify your problem. We do lots and lots of research. So many people, Indians research is booming. Actually, we do lots and lots of innovative things in the research. But where we lag is actually, we don't bring them into an societal benefit. We don't bring them into a startup. We stop just with the funding, go for publication, we just stop it. Right? That is what we followed. But we have to move on to the next. All the research, what we do, can be converted into a startup. So I can say researchers are also good innovators. So do nots and do's. What is lateral thinking and what is critical thinking skill? Before I move on to this slide, okay, I just come for this. Making assumptions of what the rule are, I have to move from A to B. There are so many ways where I can find. That's what I said. Identify a problem. You can give number of solutions for a problem, right? This is one way I've given you. You can take any number of ways. So I'm going instead of this, I'm even going here. I can go in this way. Okay. So there are some examples. I said what is problem solving skill I was speaking. I was speaking about innovation. What is actually innovation is? I can say innovation as a simple thing, creativity, right? Where this creativity comes, right? We are passionate about someone. Sure, we like to have some, maybe some students are food lovers. Some students are like you like using mobile phones, right? In that case, find out where you're passionate first. That's what we said. Who am I? First, find out what you're passionate towards. Then, if you have some creative skills, make yourself as go to become an innovator. For that, ma'am, should I think a lot? Should I do research for 2 or 3 years? No, not at all. See, an innovator is nothing but we are not asking you to create an invention. We are not asking you to discover something new. And so many problems are existing with us. Find an alternative for that. Just you make a modification. That is can be called as an innovation. Right? We don't ask you to go for do research work for 6 years or 7 years and bring something new. That is not we are expecting from the students. Right? Think something creatively. All right? Think out of your box. When some faculty is taking class for you in your classroom, whatever the subject may be, just apply that concept to your real-time life. Right? Whatever the topic, what we discuss in the class, the mentor discuss with you in the class, think that in the real-time application. Right? Okay, this would have been happened. Why this should have been happened in some other way? Think differently. That will definitely bring you into a good innovation. Right? I've given you an example. You can see this teacup where people love to have teacup with the biscuit. So again, there is an innovative there. Side sleeping pillows. You can see these are all simple things where you need not discover any new compounds or organic compounds or new products. These are simple things what we can think differently, right? And make an innovative with that. See umbrellas. I think most of the kids are allowed to watch this 5 minutes craft. You can see so much innovation in that. 5 minutes craft in YouTube. Most of the kids used to watch. I could see Many kids watching that and trying to do that in this. That is the beginning stage of an innovationist. See, I've given you so many examples here, how a safety pin has been converted into a ring. So these are some examples where the innovations have come from the existing ones. Okay. So what is actually innovation is? Why should we go for innovation? If you want to become a passion, if you are passionate of some either research or you want to do some skills, you have some skills, you are passionate towards that. Think that first in a different manner, right? Start thinking creatively and bring a term called innovation into your mind, right? Innovation can be anything. It can be like mechanical innovation or chemical innovation or biological innovation or like managerial innovations, or it can be like institutional innovations. You can do, first of all, I would say that all the students can find out the problem, what is existing inside your campus, what is the need of innovation inside your campus. First find out that, and for define your problem, think solutions in a different manner and bring out that as a startup, right? It is actually innovation can be considered in two ways. One is process innovation, other one is product innovation. Process innovation, normally we take as in a research way, right? Example, I will give you, one of my student started doing with the odonil, organic odonil, where it is essential and mandatory for all household peoples. So she started working on the odonil with organic natural products without using any chemicals. Okay, I'm just giving you as an example for innovation process. She identified a problem. That is what she has done a research. She started working on it using camphors and other small natural products. She started using to it. She started her work initially. After two steps of making that mold in different physiochemical methods, she made that as into a mold. She dried it and she used. But she failed in one step where she was not able to withstand her product. The efficiency of the product was not good. I think you can all understand what is efficiency is. Yield of the product. That is, she invested, she had some 100 grams of XYZ, and her turnover was, after the completion of the product, okay, what she had only like 5 grams or 6 grams. There one drawback was that she lost her yield. And the second thing was the moisture content of the product was more compared to the market ones. All right, the moisture content was more. So that is what he find it out difficult. So that is the first step actually. So research, discover, develop your product. If there is, you are satisfied with that, with the after evaluation, go for patenting. Right? Patenting process is not very tough job nowadays. You can easily do your patenting job through your institution itself. Even a student can do a patenting one. Do apply for your patent. Then you can start your product as a bulk one. Production stage, you can bring it. Then go for the marketing and then go for adaptation. Right? Before going for patenting, you should be sure that the problem what you identified is unique. What is unique is innovative, right? There should be some novelty in that. If you have to identify a problem, you're giving one solution, compare with the other market products which is available, right? In which way you're unique compared to the other products in the market. Then apply for your patent, get processed, go for your production, marketing. So for this entire process, a student nowadays need not invest any money. There are lots of funding sources available in the government itself where you can apply only your idea. You can either get your funding through hackathons, right? Or you can get your funding through various funding agencies like DST and other things. All right. You can even move on to, now we have Kapila with us. Kapila is also there in Institution Innovation Council by Ministry of Education, where a student idea can be, after evaluation, can be applied for patent with the help of Kapila, and that will be amount will be claimed back, right? So there is lots of funding agencies, and funding investors are also ready So if your product is novel, if your product is unique, so how these innovative things can be made? The first, when you think about an innovation, you have to think about what is the socio-economic benefit from that. Second, does not affect any climatic change. Third one, definitely it should not affect your environment. There should not be any ecological specifics. Whatever innovation we can bring, but it should not affect your environment, your climate and socio-economic ones. That should be that. And your export of technology. What is the technology you implement to bring that product? Or what is the technology you have used to bring that your idea into a startup, right? That also has to be taken into account. So imagination is more important than knowledge, right? We would have said we are reading so many books, we are learning lots and lots of papers during our undergraduation as well as in post-graduation, but that should not be stopped with that. Okay, you shouldn't not limit your knowledge with that. Start thinking imaginatively, bring creativity in your mind, and that can be brought only in your classrooms. When you start thinking creatively in your classrooms, you will start identifying so many problems existing around you. So imagination encircles the world. So what should I do? How do I convert? You have identified your problem. What should I do after that? First of all, you should take your problem to your proper mentor of your institution. You can take it to your mentor. Ma'am, I have identified this problem. What should I do? First, do your idea screening, right? You're bringing out, sometimes, you may bring a new product even, not existing one, you're bringing some uniqueness, Lama. You're bringing some new product. I'm sorry, you're bringing some new product. So for that product, first go for idea screening, all right? Okay, idea screening. Next, what is the concept or what is the development method, what you're going to implement in that step for that product, right? Potential analysis. Potential analysis again is very important for your product. That is what I said, comparing with the other market products available, right? Next step, move into the product development. Test for marketing. Always it's better to test your product inside your campus first, then move outside. Then finally go for commercialization, where it gets converted into a startup. Okay, what should I do first to bring an innovation? All right, identify your problem, find out what are the available solutions for that problem. Then what is the technology being implemented in that problem? But in that solutions, what is the cost? Again, this is very important when you go for technological based products. Cost, right? Types of customers. Whom are you going to be your customers? For the product, what you find, who is going to be your customers? Next, feasibility. Okay, will my product will survey in the market? Is it feasible for all? Sustainability, again, this is very important. You can't bring a product where it will be in the market only for 2 or 3 months or like that. It should sustain in the market, then only it will become you can become a good startup founder. So frame this, with the 6 criteria, frame a questionnaire when you identify a solution for a problem. So I would like to give some examples of technological innovation process where without innovation, we can't go into the advanced level where we are moving into the developed country. So many new technologicals have emerged and been trending. Artificial intelligence. First of all, I would like to say, students, this technology advancement, what we have is not only for one discipline, right? All the problems you identify can be brought up into a multidisciplinary approach, right? Artificial intelligence. Oh, only computer science students should think about this. Robotic, biosensors, Internet of Things, only computer. No, not at all, right? Your problem, what you identified, will definitely have multidisciplinary role, where this technological, all this current technologies will definitely support you, like artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotic process automation, biosensors, energy conservation, edge computing, blockchain, Internet of Things, and 5G. If I explain you all this, it will give me at least 3 more hours to complete about this. I'll just give you an outline of all these technologies are, where AI plays a role in all the things. Even you can make IoT-based sensors for all the products, whatever you go. I'll give you an example where our students did it. A student project where 2 irrigation lands, they need 2 different crops to be cultivated, but they don't want to waste their water. The water should be distributed to both the cultivation lands in a uniform manner, in a proper manner, right? Not 1 day or 2 days, throughout the process. There we try to implement this IoT. We try to implement this IoT concept there to bring a new novel sensor over there. So this is how the technology helps you in converting your product into a startup. So this is the trends and innovations in 2022, where we have 2,453 startups based on your material industry that is completely on technology based. Sustainable materials, smart and responsive materials, where you can go for even nano works can be implemented here, additive manufacturing, lightweight materials, material informatics, advanced composites, graphene, surface engineering, and material management. Ma'am, what are these? These are all material based. Yes, these are all material based. Okay, I'll just give you one example over here. We have our mobile phones. Day by day, the technology in mobile phone is been increasing randomly because the need on usage of mobile phone is increasing, right? So some people used to say, I need lightweight mobile phones. We have that also in the market. So all this material concept plays an application in all the technological products what we get out. So what I would say is think, right? Think not logically, perceptually, think in a different manner, right? Whatever the problem you identify, explore with your mentors, right? Check the sources available. What are these sources are being used, or what is the technology has been implemented in that? Then move on to an evaluation process, right? You can evaluate your product or your idea through your institutions itself with proper mentoring support from the industries as well as from the angel investors, and then finally convert your product, your idea into a startup. This is how your journey should move on. So as a student, again, before I just move on to this, as a student, first of all, find out what you are, what you're passionate toward, what you like to do. If you're passionate towards research, okay, what should I do? Identify a problem. Or if you're passionate towards your skills, other skills, what can I do? How can I make myself survey with the current employed peoples? How can I survey my life? See, think students, always you should be a job creator than a job seeker, right? Keep that in mind always, right? There are so many platforms for you available now in all the institutions. Also in your institution you have, please use the opportunities when you doing your studies itself, right? Create a platform for you where you can earn yourself either by doing research, making an innovative one and converting into a startup, or using your skills, entrepreneurial skills, and make into again a startup, right? Find out which way you can do it. Grab the opportunities, what is available now for you. When we were doing our studies, we didn't have so many opportunities to explore ideas, right? Now that scenario has changed, education system has entirely changed, where the entire people are working only for the students' empowerment, right? So please use all the opportunities what you have. Think well, think creatively, think out of your box. Again, I'm saying you, this can start only from your classrooms. So listen to the mentors classes properly, apply that to your real-time application, real-time life, then find out what is the problem you can have, then go move on to that. Explore with mentors, just move a hand to it. Please grab the opportunities what you have with you. And I would end up with this. You cannot change your future, but you can change your habits. And surely your habits will change your future. Definitely. So please think always in a positive manner, right? Please find out what is your passion is and make yourself a job creator than a job seeker before completion of your degree. Right. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, if you have any queries, you can interact with Dr. R. Shubha ma'am and also Dr. S. Soumya ma'am. Faculty as well as the students.
Ma'am, we would be happy if we get some questions from yourself.
Yes, yes. Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, you have registered that Vadvani Foundation, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you give details, ma'am?
Actually, ma'am, we are being with the Vadvani team for past 3 years. Actually, I myself have undergone as a facilitator in Vadvani when I was working at Kappagam Institute, where they trained us. And here also, now what they're doing is them actually they by themselves. Then we just approached them through oral communication, and we got an application approval for that, and we started with that. Maybe we give you we'll make an arrangement for you also, ma'am. We have already actually foundation course and advanced course, but now they are just converting into one particular course, Ignite Your program. We had for 2 semesters. Actually, we used to start with foundation course for odd semester and complete with the advanced course where they convert them their projects into an ventures. That is what we expect from Vadvani. But this time they are planning to change into one course that is called Ignite Your program. Anyway, we'll make we'll share with them and we'll let you know, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Dear participants, any queries? Sindhuri, ma'am. Students, Kirtana, Grishmita.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Sindhuri, you want to say something?
No, Anupama, it's a wonderful session.
Yes.
I'm just listening. Yeah.
Ma'am, how many startups you are having, ma'am, in your college?
Ma'am, actually, we have 2 startups and we are in the process of 3 ventures, ma'am.
Okay.
Actually, we are also in the beginning stage.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, can you help us like how to apply for Kapila, ma'am?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure. We'll make you.
Like Kapila scheme is only for AICTE colleges or normal degree colleges also can apply, ma'am, Kapila scheme?
Ma'am, degree college, we are also from, we are not AICT college, ma'am. We are a college only. We have applied. It's open to all, ma'am.
Okay. So for that, still we are in the idea evaluation stage. Can we apply for that or at TR level should be attained to apply for that, ma'am?
Ma'am, actually TR level should go up to at least 7. Then you can go for patenting in Kapila, ma'am.
At least meanwhile, can we go for provisional patent?
We are not sure about it, ma'am. Depends upon the idea, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So, ma'am, it's Soumya here. So, to me, if anyone wants to ask any queries also, students, I think if any one student opens up, will feel happy. Or any other queries. If participants, if you have any queries, any doubts, please post in the chat box. Or else please share your
No,
idea.
ma'am. Sorry to disturb you, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, you can give some information to our students about Smart India Hackathon, ma'am.
Yes, actually, Smart India Hackathon, this is the year where we also have stepped into because basically non-technical institutions like we sometimes have the fear of getting into Smart India Hackathon because there will be a lot of technical institutions into it. But Smart India Hackathon, first thing, ma'am, like ask your students to pen in some ideas. Basically, the problems will be given by the Smart India Hackathon organizers. So
yes,
we have
ma'am. This time we applied for 15, madam. 15. Yeah.
okay,
So we are doubtful like how many can come out of it. But really, how much time is involved in that to come to the final grand levels?
No, actually, ma'am, getting into Smart India Hackathon itself is one thing. Second thing, if we don't get selected in Smart India Hackathon, we can take that problem itself, which has been identified. All would have given the prototype. So you can prolong with that with a proper mentoring support. You should have a professional mentor who can support with that prototype designing and all that. So you can just prolong with it. Like if we are not selected, I think we shouldn't stop there itself. We should just continue with our own, ideation process and prototyping and all that. So that will at least, you will be in a startup process level 1 phase also. So I think we shouldn't be discouraged if we are not selected. You can just continue with your own idea from the base.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, from your college, Spock is registered, ma'am. From your college, you had participated.
Yes, ma'am. Shiva ma'am has registered.
Yeah, can the Spock be acting as an evaluator also, ma'am?
Yes, obviously there is an option there where you can even register yourself as an evaluator. For a lot of hackathons and toy hackathon, you can register, ma'am. Always when we give on register as coordinators, you will get mail from MOE.
No, I got, ma'am. So I just got I got the doubt whether I can act both as Spock as well as the evaluator. So yesterday I got the mail. I was acting as evaluator also. I evaluated 25 ideas, ma'am. So I got that opportunity. So I did
evaluate toy hackathon. So it's a problem.
No, this is Smart SIH only, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Good. So I think you would have experienced a lot from others' presentations and all that.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So we can act as both, right? We don't have any problem in the future.
Yes. Ma'am, any other doubts or shall we end up the session?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We again thank your madam principal and all the coordinators and the management for giving us this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, ma'am.
And 1 minute.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I just request Dr. B. Anupama, ma'am, Coordinator IQAC, to present appreciation certificate as a small token of gratitude to our resource person.
Dr. R. Shubha, Innovation Ambassador, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Kaveri College for Women. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dr. S. Saumya, Innovation Ambassador, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Kaveri College for Women. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I invite Kate Kirtana, a student of BSc final year, to propose a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kirtana, IQAC student coordinator from FSCCS final year. I would like to propose the vote of thanks for today's webinar. A heartfelt thanks to our resource persons, Dr. R. Subha and Dr. S. Saumya, for their gracious presence and time. I believe the session has been truly enlightening and informative for most of our budding student entrepreneurs. I thank our principal, Dr. G. Achita Devi ma'am, and vice principal, Dr. Kavita ma'am, for the support in conducting this session. I thank Dr. B. Anupama ma'am, Program Convener and IQAC Coordinator, and all the members of the IQAC and the IIC for their diligent efforts. I thank all the teaching and non-teaching staff for their presence and support. Lastly, I thank all the student audience for their active participation in this session. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, Kirtan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dear participants, please provide your feedback. You have shared a link in the chat box.
Can we leave, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Shubha ma'am and Soumya ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Anita.
I thank you, ma'am, for having just such a wonderful session, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.